So I talked a little bit about how Unreal is actually pretty useful from an indie dev and hobbyist perspective once you get past the first learning curve. It's easier to create the foundations for your game, it's easier to extend those foundations, it's easier to actually polish up your game and get it published. We can sort of help with that. We can create documents, tutorials. We can create a culture of helping each other out so that we can get a bunch of indie devs and hobbyists using the Unreal Engine at a fairly high level. That's not an insurmountable issue. What is an insurmountable issue is the marketplace, which is a complete disaster and totally worthless. Indie devs and hobbyists need a lot of support from the marketplace because there's no way for an indie dev or a hobbyist to create every asset they're going to be using in their game. We always buy an asset pack that shores up our weaknesses. Can we create characters? No? Okay, well then we need a character asset pack because we're going to need like 30 characters and we don't want to have to make them all. Now, Unity understands this. For all of Unity's weaknesses as an engine, they understand that people are going to need to buy asset packs in order to develop their indie game. So let's take a look. Let's see how long it takes us to find a useful character asset. Oh, I found it. Character asset pack, character asset pack, character asset pack, character asset pack. Right off the top, we have a bunch of character asset packs and creature asset packs that will be immediately useful to us. And you can argue about the price. You can say that $400 is too much or whatever. But these are all hit the ground running asset packs. And if we search a little bit deeper, we can find some cheaper asset packs that might be suitable for us if we're not the $400 sort. Any way we cut it, Unity sits here and says, hey, look, here's asset packs that indie devs will immediately want to use. We can hit the ground running. Just grab an asset pack and go. And it does this by understanding it's supposed to sort by popularity and having a heuristic in place where we can find these asset packs and immediately tell how popular they are and whether or not people like them or hate them. We have just immediate knowledge that some of these packs are going to be very useful to us. And the ones that aren't useful to us are still high quality packs. They're just not packs that we're interested in the moment because we're not doing a fantasy game or whatever. Let's compare that to Unreal. Nothing. No packs. Even if we like these individual characters, it would be excruciating to try and find enough characters to fill our game in that all match in their aesthetic. Like, oh, I like Wizard Girl. Let's get another 5 or 6 characters that are in the same aesthetic as Wizard Girl. You can search for the next 10 hours to try and put that list together, and maybe you'll be able to put it together. It'll be $400 for 5 or 6 characters that sort of kind of work together. It's not viable as a hit the ground running asset pack. We need that variety so that we can put together whatever we happen to need when we get into the game. Buying specific characters isn't going to be of any help to us at all. Okay, well, maybe Unreal does have some character packs. Let's search for packs and see whether or not we can find any packs. Okay, so it forgot that we were searching for character packs. So we'll go back into searching for characters. I see, the problem is over here, so we're going to search for pack. Sound pack. Okay, so when we typed pack, it autofilled sound pack. So we have to type pack and then manually select pack from the drop-down list. And now we can see packs, but these packs are all worthless because these aren't the packs that we're going to need to hit the ground running, not unless we just happen to be putting together an animal game. None of these are character packs. These are all creature packs and soldier packs and other things that are useless. Why is it like this? Because it defaults to sorting by newest first. Okay, well that's not a big problem. We can sort it by popularity, right? You cannot. You cannot sort by popularity. You cannot sort by faves, by stars, by anything. You can sort by date, by title, and by price. All three of which are completely useless if you're trying to find things that you would want to use. Which means that as an indie dev, before I can even get started making a game prototype or putting together an indie game, I have to look through every single pack that has ever been uploaded to try and find one that is vaguely suitable. Oh, here, look. Medieval NPC Pack. The first pack that maybe would be useful to us. It looks pretty low quality, to be honest. It's $100 and it's never been rated, so who can tell? Okay, so I'm going to pass on that pack. It doesn't look like it's quite high enough quality for us. Robots, minions, monsters. Here's 5 medieval characters for $70. Again, it's not rated, and it's 5 specific characters. So unless my game plan involves these specific characters, which I don't know why it would because I've never seen them before, it's useless. Oh, and you know what? When we clicked the 2, it brought us to the bottom of the second page. So you know where the rest of the assets are here? They're not down, they're up. The level of terrible that this store hits is astonishing. This store is worse than a $0 free store that you would put together, in a one of those marketplaces, the website marketplaces that lets you use their stuff for free. I still haven't seen any character packs that are varied enough to actually use. Maybe some of these are, like this one, Medieval Knights Pack. Is it varied enough? I can't tell. Are there more than 3 knights? Who can say? I would have to open it up and check. No character packs. Oh, look. We're out. That's it. There's no other pages. So are there no character packs in the Unreal Marketplace? There are, actually. There are plenty. They're just not named pack. Yeah. It's a disaster. It is the worst I have ever seen a marketplace behave. You want to see another cool little feature? Browse. Characters. Price low to high. Let's get some free characters. Okay, that's not a character. That's not a character. That's not a character. Here's a character. Windwalker Echo. Already got her. Adventure character. I don't like him. I'm going to pass. Mannequin. That's not a character. Not a character. Not a character. Stylized character kit. Casual 01. Okay, well maybe that's pretty good. Not a character. Kind of a character. Not a character. That's actually a whole bunch of, like, static models that don't move. Not a character. Not a character. Not a character. Not a character. 2 very generic characters, and that's all of the free characters. Look, we're out of free stuff now. That's it, right? 18 free character elements. That's all they've got, right? Free character, 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 free character. The fuck? When you search the marketplace, you don't search the whole marketplace. This is a huge problem. Now, these characters aren't terribly good for indie devs. They're very specific characters, as I've said. There are some character packs that are more suitable, but they're very hard to find. And the marketplace won't help you. It is literally faster to search online for character packs and just kind of backtrack it back to the marketplace. It's actually easier to do something like, oh, let's go into DAZ and just export characters, because at least we know that works. This marketplace is the worst. And that is a serious issue for anybody who wants to come in as an indie dev or a hobbyist, because we need marketplace support. We need to buy the stuff that we can't make on our own. And if you're not going to help us, that's going to be pretty tough. I don't know. Maybe the problem is just that there isn't anybody using the marketplace in the first place. I don't know. But it's terrible. It is just terrible.